The myth of the myth of enjoying your childhood is a complete fucking crock of shit. Now, there's a bit more nuance to that, obviously, but the general, like, whenever people tell you enjoy your childhood, by the way, I'm 17, so I have the right to speak about this. When people say that, what they usually mean is that you should go out and consume. Like, it's just basically capitalistic propaganda to get you to consume more. So what does that mean? Well, when people say enjoy your childhood, what does that actually mean? Well, it usually means playing video games, for example, especially when you're younger, because it gets more embarrassing as you get older. Scrolling, like going on social media, going out with your friends. And what do you do with your friends? You don't just sit around. You do things. You go to a concert. You buy food. You buy clothes to go out with them to look better and have more status. You do all these things, right? Enjoy yourself. Go on experiences, travel, pay money, give your money away to other people so they can collect it and you have less of it, but you're enjoying your childhood. You're buying experiences or whatever. So eating junk food, all of these things like candy, all of this stuff. When people say enjoy your childhood, they don't mean actually enjoy your childhood. They just mean spend your money. Like, I haven't looked into this, but you could probably look into it and find some kind of link between some company, like the fucking cereal companies or something, and the myth of enjoying your childhood. And another thing is, do you think kids, like way back when, like back in the fucking Babylon or whatever, like in Mesopotamia, ancient Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, whatever, Roman times, the Roman Empire, Athens, all of these places, do you think kids enjoyed their childhood? Yes, to some extent. Like when they're 5, 6 years old, they go out, they play with their friends, which is actually important for brain development. You can look that up. But do you think kids, or like teenagers didn't even exist back then. It was child and man. That's a whole other thing. Teenagers were invented in like the 1960s, I think, to basically sell more. But anyways, do you think kids our age, kids 15, 16, 17, would be enjoying their childhood? No, because they weren't kids anymore. They were considered to be men. They would go through a rite of passage, and from there, get a job, become a warrior, provide for the family, become a fucking man. Kids didn't enjoy, and even the other thing you could look at, is this good, is this bad? I don't know. But back in the day, like back in the fucking, I don't know, Middle Ages, kids would work on the farm. Kids would help their parents out with whatever they were doing. They didn't have the luxury of going out with their friends and playing and having video games and watching porn and all these things. They had to work. Life was hard back then. Now, is that better than what we have nowadays? No. But does that mean that what we have nowadays is good? Also no. And my story is very interesting when it comes to this because I didn't really enjoy my childhood. I mean, I think I enjoyed in the classical sense between 0 and let's say 12 or 13 years old, but that's because I was just an NPC. I was just fucking not even conscious. But around 12 or 13, I discovered self-improvement, which is when I became strange and stopped enjoying my childhood. What I mean by that is I would go to the gym. I would eat healthy. I would like uninstall all my video games, throw them out. I would uninstall social media. I would wake up early to meditate. I would go to bed early to be able to wake up early. I would work on the weekends. I would work on businesses. I would do my schoolwork and like get A's and everything. So no, it doesn't sound like I enjoyed my childhood. But the thing is, the place where that's led me is a place where I enjoy my life much more than everybody else I know. Because I don't know anybody else who's been as dedicated to self-improvement as I have in these in this age bracket from 12 to, well, I'm now 17. I look around me. I see people who enjoyed their childhood who didn't put in any work, or maybe they did a little bit, but nothing compared to what I did. And their life, no, it doesn't suck. It's still okay. But I enjoy my life now a lot more than they ever did. And actually, I'd even be willing to argue that I enjoyed my childhood more than they did. Maybe not the entirety of it, because I'll be honest, the start of self-improvement is usually quite hard. But once you start seeing results, once your life gets better and you get better results than the people around you, that's when life gets better. That's when you enjoy your childhood, but it's just your life. Like childhood is just part of your life, so you enjoy your life more. And so that's where I'm not actually against enjoying life. Life is, you only have one of it. I don't know what there is no real universal meaning to life. So you might as well enjoy it because you're here and you don't know why you're here, whatever. That's a whole separate thing. But what I do have a problem with is people equating enjoyment to consumption and distraction and pleasuring yourself. And when I say it in that way, pleasuring yourself, that's when it sounds a lot less appealing. That's when pleasure yourself in your childhood just sounds fucking straight up wrong. That should land you in jail. But if you're too lazy, then go ahead, enjoy your childhood. Then, at least, in a few years, you'll know why everything is falling apart in your life. Now, you might think that's an exaggeration. I've seen it. Some people, some guys I know, some of my friends actually, unfortunately, some of them who are older than me, weren't on self-improvement, or like a little bit, but it was just a joke. Now, a few years later, their life is like it's not actually falling apart. They'll figure it out, as you always do, but I'm sure it feels like it is for them. Things aren't working out the way they wanted. They're single, still can't get over some random girl from like 5 years ago. Their life sucks. They're not in shape. Bad mental health, unfulfilling career, unfulfilling life. Those are things that lead to, how do I say this? I don't want to get demonetized. These are the things that lead to ending your experience of things, if you know what I mean. I don't really care about being demonetized. Yeah. It's more the video being taken down, because that would just suck. And the thing is, like, this is so stupid. It's that being on self-improvement, so what most people would say isn't enjoying your childhood, like taking cold showers isn't like fun or enjoyable, pleasurable is the best word. Taking cold showers, meditating, frankly boring, gratitude journaling, working on your fucking trauma and stuff, improving yourself in every way you can, reading instead of scrolling, not playing video games, not jacking off, going for runs at 6 a.m. in the morning, even when it's raining, even when it's cold, going to the gym every single week and not missing a single workout. Those things aren't always pleasurable. But the funny thing is, they make you enjoy your childhood even more. I already explained it. I'm enjoying my childhood more, or at least equally as anybody else, because I'm actually happy. That's the thing. When you go on self-improvement, at first it might be a little rough, but you'll realize this makes you happy. Making progress towards your goals as a masculine man is what makes you happy. Or not even happy, like happiness shouldn't even be a goal, but it makes you feel calm, at peace. It makes you feel great, frankly. And so, how am I going to go about this? Well, just basically continue self-improvement. That's, if I had to give advice to my younger self, it would just be get on self-improvement, lock in, be disciplined. I mean, locking in wasn't even a thing when I feel so old. No, locking in wasn't really a term back then. I mean, I think if you said it, people might understand, but it wasn't like the big lingo, very popular lingo that it is now. But yeah, just be on self-improvement and avoid everything that is like incel behavior, like video games, jacking off, social media, watching porn, all of those things. Because it might seem like you're enjoying your childhood, but in reality, you're just ruining it. And more than, like, you can't really ruin your childhood because you don't see the effect of whatever you do until later. So by enjoying your childhood in the like regular way of society, of consuming, fucking capitalist way, you're ruining the rest of your life. Or you could enjoy your childhood and enjoy your life, or enjoy your childhood but ruin your life. Which one would you rather pick? Some dumbass in the comments is gonna say, "Oh, I'd rather ruin my life because it's not actually." Anyways, and so what I would tell my younger self to do is no social media, no video games or alcohol, gym, mental health practices, so meditation, gratitude journaling, do your schoolwork and purpose work, and you do that for like 5 years on repeat, which might seem like a lot, but if you start at 12, 13, by the time you turn 18, you will be fucking unrecognizable. I'm actually in the city I am right now. I was here right around the time I started self-improvement. I think I was already a few months or like a year into self-improvement, but I came back and my God, like people literally, the guys and some of some of the people who I knew here back then, because we did an exchange, like came up to me today and were like, holy shit, like you've changed, you've grown, you look jacked, you look great. Like I've seen this stuff on Instagram that you're doing. It's fucking sick, man. Like keep it up. So yeah, like it's just great. You can just think about how in 5 years from however old you are right now, you will become unrecognizable and your life will be great. Like you will start seeing fucking crazy results because it's exponential, as I've talked about in other videos. So if you don't know me, my mission is to reach enlightenment. And basically here I share the journey and the things I learn along the way, along every single step of the way. So if that sounds interesting to you, then you can join me